Hi. Welcome to another Avaricium tutorial. This is part 15. Um, Here we're going to be talking about this new neutral piece. These are called roads. Now, roads are, very, very interesting. They kind of interact with every other piece, basically, and they really make a whole new game out of Avaricium. Okay. So what do they do? So everything that they do could really be summarized in this one idea, and it's that any two spots, any two um, tiles, any two spaces beside a road um, are effectively, also beside each other. So beside, you say adjacent, any two adjacent tiles to a road are effectively adjacent to each other. So one step away, if you're anything that's one step away from a road is effectively one step away, from each other. These two are one step away. So what does that mean? Like, that means that I could, step here in one step, in one action. This is true. It's also true that I have one build range now, or no, now I have two, right? So where could I build? I could actually build over here because this spot and this spot are beside each other, So I'm 1, 2 away from that spot, right? So it could change my build range, right? Uh, Now I'm frozen, right? Now I'm not frozen. Okay. If this is one step away from this, okay, and this is one step away from this, right? And this is a road, right? And these two are one step away from the road, which means that they're one step away from each other. So these two spots are beside each other. And now these two spots are beside each other. And now these two spots are beside each other. See that? So now I again have two build range. And I could build something right here, right? I could destroy something if there was something right here, right? I could force move this town if I want, right? I could force move it here because these two spots are beside each other. I could force move it here. Okay. I could force move roads. That's pretty interesting, right? I have to watch out for some things, right? Like, for example, I can't force move this rebel to myself, right? Because that violates the before and after rule. Because after I move it, now I'm frozen, right? Actually, I can't force move this road right here. Because again, afterwards I can't target this tile anymore because I'm frozen. Okay. Yeah. I can't force move this right here because I can no longer target this tile because I don't have any mercenaries once I force move this, once I break this connection, right? Yeah, I could build roads, of course. They're, I could build a road right here. They're a neutral piece. So let's talk about what's in my build range. Right now, this is in my build range. Right here. This is in my build range because it's 1, 2, 3 away. Now this is in my build range because it's 1, 2, 3 away. Okay. Interactions with armies get pretty interesting, right? Could also force move roads. Could destroy roads, of course, as well. You know, I have to be careful about. So, for example, right here, I can't force move over here because once I start force moving, you know, I lose my connection to this guard and I'm frozen. So you have to be careful. Here's another example. Can I jump over here and wait now? I guess I can. Could do this. Could I jump over here and move this here? No, I can't, right? Because if I move it here, you know, I'm frozen right here. So you can't do that. Okay. Interesting interactions everywhere. Anyways, enough of kind of talking about roads. Let's get to some puzzles. So we're actually going to have 2 puzzle sets for roads because they're so unique and interesting. So the next video is just going to be 5 puzzles without any real introduction. Just going to be here. Here's another 5 more puzzles on roads. Okay. So how many actions does this take? This takes, you know, if you haven't solved it yet, pause the video. This takes 2 actions. If you got it in more than 2, you know, pause the video, try to get it in 2. So what's the idea here? You place a road right here to get 5 build range, and then you could just build a rebel way over here. Okay. That's it. Okay. How about this one? So if you haven't gotten it yet, pause the video. I'm gonna tell you that this takes 2 actions. So what are these 2 actions? It's going to be, we're going to place a road first. Now you could place it either here or here. It doesn't matter. So if I place it here, I'm gonna place a rebel. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 away from me and freeze this red nobility. Alternatively, if I place the road here, I would place the rebel 1, 2, still 3 away from me over here. So either one of these 2 spots, it doesn't matter. Okay, so 2 actions. Okay, so how about here? So if you haven't gotten it yet, pause the video. But I'm going to tell you it takes 2 actions. No, sorry, 3. Hopefully you didn't. Hopefully you didn't pause the video. yet, but it takes 3 actions. Okay, so pause the video if you haven't gotten it in 3 though. So how do you do it? You go, so there's 2 ways actually. Okay. 1, 2, then destroy. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's one way to do it. What's another way to do it? We could place a road either here or here. Doesn't matter. And that gets us, you know, closer in terms of our destroying range and our build range. So we could destroy this 2, and then 3 right here. Replace a rebel. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 2 ways to do that, both with 3 actions. Okay. So how about this one? So, so this one, if you haven't gotten it yet, pause the video. I'm going to tell you it takes 4 actions. So if you got it in more than 4, try to pause the video and try to figure it out. Okay. So there's a few ways to do this. One that I like, that's kind of fun, is just to connect everything back over here like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. There's some variations on this. So why does this work? It's because everything's connected to this army. You could also place a rebel here. This is okay because you're guarded. Okay. What else is there? You can, instead of this, you could place a town. That's also fine. But you need 3 of these right here. And if you place a town, you have to place a rebel. You can't just have a road, right? Because then these 3 aren't being frozen. This army, of course, is already being frozen. Okay. So 4 actions for that one. And now we have this last puzzle for this section. Then we have 5 more road puzzles afterwards. Okay. So what's the idea here? You can pause the video if you haven't gotten it yet. Okay, so this one takes 3 actions. So see if you could get it in 3 actions. So if you got it in more than 3, try it in 3. Okay. So what's the solution? First, we want to force move this road. Now we actually have a choice of where to force move it. Okay, first option is over here. So then we go 1, 2. We could pull this in because now we are 2 away from it since the road is over here. And then 3, destroy it. Destroy the red nobility. Another option is to go 1, 2, and then destroy 3. Okay. And yeah, that's it. So hope you enjoyed this puzzle set. and I'll see you in the next one.